The 4 stages of learning. What is it and how is it going to help you learning the piano and with your practice sessions? That's what's coming up in this video. But first, if you're new here, I am Jacques Hopkins and this is Piano in 21 Days, where we help regular people learn to play their favorite songs on the piano in as little time as possible. So if that sounds good to you, please consider giving this video a like and hitting the subscribe button below. All right, the 4 stages of learning. Now, this applies to when you're learning anything new, any learning process that you're going for. This is not a concept that I made up, but I very much stand behind them. In fact, when you sign up for the Piano in 21 Days course, I go over this in great detail right at the beginning because that's just how important it is. All right, so let's go through the 4 phases and we'll talk about them a little bit more. The first phase is called unconscious incompetence. That's when you don't know that you don't know how to do something, all right? Most of us at this point, especially if you're watching this video, are already past phase 1 when it comes to the piano, and that's the great news. Most of you are probably more on phase 2. This is when you don't even know that you don't know how to do something or you don't know about something. Almost everybody knows what a piano is, knows what good piano playing sounds like. So if that's you, you know about the piano, you want to learn to play it, you're already past phase 1. Let me give you an example of a totally different topic of somebody being in phase 1. All right, there's a big craze right now about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, right? And I was talking to my parents about this the other day, and they're in their 70s and kind of old school, and they have no idea what cryptocurrency is. They don't even understand the concept. They don't even understand that it's a thing, right? They would be way more in this phase 1 category. They don't know what they don't know. And so I was trying to explain to them the concepts of this, and they're still really on phase 1 when it comes to things like Bitcoin. But even they don't know how to play piano, but they would be like on phase 2 in terms of the piano because they absolutely know what it is. They like to hear me play and so on. All right, so phase 2 in the learning process is called conscious incompetence. So for example, you know that you don't know how to play piano and that's bothering you. You want to learn how to play. Or maybe you're in the learning process of piano and more at the micro level, you're trying to learn a specific concept of the piano and you know that you don't know how to do it yet. Like you don't know how to play a B flat minor chord or something like that, and it bothers you that you don't know how to do it. That is conscious incompetence. You're conscious of the thing, but you're incompetent at it. You don't know how to do it yet. And then once you kind of learn how to do the thing, whether it's at the micro level or the macro level, like the macro level of learning piano, the micro level of a specific topic within piano, the third phase is called conscious competence. And that's when you know how to do something, but it takes a good amount of effort. It's not really second nature for you yet. So if you've kind of learned how to play piano or a specific concept within the piano learning process and you kind of have it, but it takes a lot of work to be able to repeat it back or just like remember what it was. That's phase 3 where you can do it, but it kind of takes a lot of work and effort. And finally, we have phase 4, which is the goal. It is unconscious competence. And that's where everything is just second nature for you. So that's where you want to get for the individual topics of the piano learning process, but then also with playing piano as a whole. We'll never truly get to phase 4 on every single aspect of the piano. I don't know that there's anybody out there that knows how to play every single genre, knows how to play, everything and every key and just is perfect at the piano. That's what that would be. But the goal, I would say, for you is to get to this phase 4 unconscious competence at the type of piano playing that you want to be doing. So how I recommend you apply the 4 stages of the learning process as you're going through and learning piano is you apply it on one topic at a time and progress through the learning process. So right at the beginning, if you've never touched a piano before, you have to start with learning the white keys. So I'd like to see you progress through these 4 stages and get to unconscious competence on just the white keys. For example, if I ask you to play a G note, like you go straight to it. You can play G and you're not having to be like, okay, let me start at C and go D, E, F, G, right? That would be more phase 3 where you can do it, but it takes a lot of work, right? I want you to get to this phase 4 unconscious competence, the second nature type stuff, before you progress to the next topic. And that's really how we take things with piano in 21 days. These small individual topics, really try to master them, and then that sets you up for success on the next topic, and the next topic, and the next topic. And that's how we can actually learn piano in 21 days. So whether you're going through the Piano in 21 Days program, or you're using some other program to learn piano, or you're learning anything else out there in the world, remember these 4 stages. And I think knowing about them will really, really help you to learn that thing better and faster.